Hey guys, welcome to a playthrough of Sherlock Holmes Chapter 1. This is a standalone game, even though it says Chapter 1, it just refers to the start of Sherlock's life. So it's an early Sherlock Holmes. If you like detective games, you'll probably like this. We're going to start a new game and play through all of the cases.
Ginger, that's what you need. A mouthful of the good stuff and you'll see the back of any seasickness.
Thank you for your support, John. Don't suppose you actually brought any ginger?
No, I don't get seasick.
Terrific.
Don't worry, Sherry. We've almost arrived at Cordona. I can see land through the porthole.
So much for docking by tea time. The captain seemed more interested in his maids than in his maps.
Oh, is Sherlock grumpy? Cheer up. We're back where we grew up. It's exciting. What's changed? What's the same?
Ugh. I'm starting to question whether the weeks-long journey was worth it. Travelling all this way, enduring this indignity simply to visit a grave. Even if it is my mother's.
That's just Mycroft's nonsense, still rattling around in your head. Try to forget what he said. I have.
I believe it was that this is a performative farce, a feeble excuse to avoid responsibilities, and that there was nothing to be gained from it.
You needed to do this. Enough of the self-pity and doubt. So we're a little late. What of it? We'll retire to the hotel and visit her in the morning. It'll be worth it.
Thank you, John.
And if you want to notify the captain's wife of his indiscretions, I will not stand in your way.
Ah, at last. I'm quite ready to get off this cursed boat.
Come on. We'll go together. Hey, Sherry, come on, catch up.
Yes, yes.
Okay, new case, A Mother's Love. So we're going to have to observe our surroundings.
Sherlock, don't get lost in this huge garden. Follow the sound of my voice.
Okay, we do need to get our room at
Welcome
this hotel
to
here.
Palazzo de Lusso, sir.
Welcome to Il Palazzo di Lusso, sir. We just need your signature.
Fine.
There you are.
Ah, Mr. Holmes. Yes, we have room 221 prepared for you. I see it was reserved for 2 people. Would you like a second key?
Oh, no, I think we'll stick together.
Very good. Rooms are upstairs, sir. Welcome to Cordona.
Hurry up, Sherlock. I want to see our room. I hope there's a balcony with a view.
Okay, so we do need to find our room. Let's head on up to room 221. I wonder if you picked that room specifically. For some reason, Sherlock Holmes likes that number. 226. Must be on the other side. 222, 221. Here we go.
I apologize, sir, but your room is not yet ready. Perhaps, in the meantime, you would like to relax in the foyer? Tonight, the restaurant is offering a complimentary marlin ceviche to all our guests.
Let's check what they have on offer.
Okay, now you can see John
Let's
just
check what
appearing
they have on
in
offer.
different rooms. I actually think he's a part of Sherlock's imagination and not a real character because nobody else seems to interact with him. And this is before Sherlock met Dr. Watson. So I think Dr. Watson will replace John as his best friend a little bit later on. For now, we're going to grab some food. Just relax a bit.
Hey, Sherry, just our luck.
If seafood's not to your taste, everyone loves Benedict's batch. are poached eggs with hollandaise sauce. If seafood's not to your taste, everyone loves Benedict's batch. Are poached eggs with hollandaise sauce.
Okay, is this not what I'm supposed to be grabbing? Let's talk to John. Oh, John's found something.
A medium, John. Haven't we been through this already?
Come on, it's not like we've got anything better to do.
Excuse me, sir, but I believe Mr. Galich is conducting a séance at the moment. Perhaps you'd care to have your portrait drawn while you wait?
Why?
Pardon me?
Why should I sit for a portrait?
Sir, it's art. It doesn't need a why. It is its own justification.
All things require justification, be they objects, systems, or beliefs.
How about art as the lens through which we see the truth of the world?
That's backward. Truth is not subjective and not complicated. It's just the truth. It either is or it isn't. You do not need a lens to see it, just an open mind.
Ha! That seems rather close-minded. Truth, like beauty, is in the eye of the beholder. So tell me, what do you see?
Mediocrity.
Oh, that's brutal.
Come now, Sherry, what did he do to deserve that? The servant mentioned ceviche at the bar, Sherry. You should grab us some, and I'll find us a table. I'm starving.
Okay, time to check if John found us a nice table for the evening.
Ah, I see him over there.
Sherry, I'm over here with my new Ursine companion. What are you waiting for? Put the dish down so we can tuck in.
Cordona's even quieter than I remembered. It's going to be a long evening.
Ah, come now, Sherry. What say we amuse ourselves with a little game?
What were you thinking? Oh, promise me it isn't nonsense. After being cooped up on that boat, I am itching for activity.
No. As you can see, someone left a cane on our table. I simply thought you could identify its owner.
Ah, so it is nonsense. It'll take me a minute, John, at most.
Well then, you can deliver it to him as well.
Deliver it to him? Then what are the staff here for? Aesthetics?
Stubborn, Sherry, too stubborn. You wanted something to do.
Slapping oneself in the face is also something to do. That doesn't make it worthwhile. But all right, let me take a look.
Right, so we get to examine the cane here. Let's look at it more closely.
The cane is made of ebony. It's worn uncared for and bears the scars of numerous hits. A crest depicting a bulb of garlic in a meadow, perhaps the Fielding family or Meadows, or Craven, from the Old English name meaning garlic place.
Craven.
The hand grip is a head of a golden Javanese statue, probably stolen from a temple. The dents suggest it has been used as a bludgeon. This cane is an expensive and ostentatious weapon. Its owner must be vain, volatile, and of noble English blood.
Take it with you, Sherry. Let's return it to its owner. All right, I hope you noted down your observations in your casebook. But how are you going to find this nobleman?
The cane itself is not enough. I may have to ask other guests if they saw who was here.
Okay, C to open the casebook, X to pin the evidence. Okay, so we can pin this. It's got the little sign there, little people symbol. So let's press X. Have a chat. This guy I don't think knows anything. Let's see what he says.
Pardon, monsieur, but I am not in the mood to talk.
Okay, not him. Somebody else?
Can I ask you a question?
My dear fellow, you're talking to the right man.
There were 3 people at the table, a couple and a retired Navy officer. Observers weren't sure what happened to the couple, but the Navy officer was seen going out to the front garden for some air. I have to find him. Okay, so the Navy officer.
Well, even with your keen senses, Sherry, I doubt you'll find the cane's owner on your first try.
And would you be confident enough to bet on it, my friend?
Why not? Let's see how good you really are.
Okay, we need to go out and find a Navy officer. I think out through here to the front. So there were a couple who went upstairs. There was a Navy officer who came out here. Who would be the Navy officer? We can use Q to concentrate. English adventurer has 4 children. It could be a Navy officer. Arab engineer. I don't think it's you. Cordonian artist breeds bees. This guy's looking a little suspicious over here. I'm guessing it's him. Welsh engineer, retired military officer. Okay, so he's a military officer. Let's have a chat with him.
Are you able to help me?
My dear fellow, you're talking to the right man.
The Navy officer, Mr. Rose, was sitting at our table with a noble couple. The men talked about yachting, and the lady was fidgeting with the cane. Perhaps she put it aside and her husband forgot to take it when they went to meet the medium. Now I have a perfect excuse to enter the seance room.
Hey,
Nice.
Sherry, don't we now have the perfect excuse to visit the seance?
I'm just going to give the cane to its owner. You will not persuade me to take part in this show.
Alright, so we've got John's journal here as well. How does Sherry always know exactly what to do to get the answer? He did it. I should have bet on something more difficult, like finding the man with his eyes closed. Okay. Take a look at the casebook. I guess we can unpin that now. Okay. John's bet. As expected, I won the bet. Right. So we need to go see the medium. I think there was a room back here. So yeah, we've got the sign here. Luca Galachu, the friend of spirits, and I see some candles back over this way. You can press Z to see all the things that you can interact with in a room. It's useful when you're trying to take a look at a murder scene or something. Anyway, let's head inside.
This hotel, this island, it's full of thieves. First my cane, now the diamond. Take your hands off me! Do you even know who I am? Hey, boy! That's my cane!
I get that a lot. It's a very common design.
What? No, that's a custom-made...
A joke. A joke. It was left at my table in the restaurant. I thought it deserved to be returned.
Well, I'll be... It is rare to encounter a straight-fingered true penny these days. What a gentleman. But I must ask, how did you know I was the rightful owner?
Okay, let's take a look. His face. Swollen reddish skin. Okay, we've got the tie. Rich and fashionable clothes. Okay, he's got the garlic ring, same as the cane. Okay, so we do get to choose here. Judging by the heraldic emblem on his signet ring and cane, I can be fairly certain that this man is Lord Craven, a noble Englishman in the habit of visiting resorts to receive treatment for his liver malady. His florid face indicates that he has succumbed to the temptation to drink a few shots of alcohol. Perhaps he was unsettled by the seance. By his red knuckles, I presume that he takes boxing lessons to strengthen his physical condition. Already annoyed by the disappearance of his cane, he is now infuriated by the theft of a diamond, unsurprisingly. Or he's a bored British nobleman. Judging by the heraldic emblem on his signet ring and cane, I can be fairly certain that this man is Lord Craven, a bored rich English nobleman who travels around Europe squandering his money. His florid face indicates that he has problems with alcohol. He is still physically strong and healthy, but in a few years' time he'll be wretched. Being constantly drunk, he has issues with his temper. His red knuckles reveal that he is severely beaten at least one person quite recently. His anger issues mixed with alcohol and contrariety could make him a violent person. I did get some other clue that he was a nobleman. He does have that heraldic emblem as well on the cane and on the signet ring. So we're going to go with a bored British nobleman. Let's confirm this.
Simple deduction. Your cane told me everything I needed to know. I was after a strong middle-aged man with a keen interest in adventure, noble blood, and affection for strong drink. And if one were to go further, one may even be able to extrapolate your name from your heraldic symbol, Lord Craven.
Marvelous. Simply marvelous. That's me, Lord Andrew Craven. You are the real medium. You hear that, Emma? Well, you found my cane. Perhaps you can locate my diamond, too. Yes, you should do it. It will be child's play for you, Mr.
Holmes. And if a child can do it, then I'm sure the local police can suffice.
The police? Why bother? I know this harlequin stole it. The only question is, where is it hidden? Fine. Give me my stick and I'll resolve the matter myself. This thief almost confessed after a single punch.
I suspect a beating may result in answers of questionable veracity. Fine. I shall spare you and he the trouble if you first answer me this. How does a priceless diamond become the subject of a séance? It is an unusual accoutrement.
Emma wished to speak with its former owners. My grandfather told us it belonged to a Rajah, an Indian king.
So you were summoning long-dead Indian royalty, and, pray tell, you were expecting him to converse in English?
To be frank, Mr. Holmes, I don't believe in ghosts. But Emma was fascinated by the idea of meeting a real king, even a dead one.
Well, a crown is a crown. Can you describe the stone itself?
A yellow diamond, not less than 100 carats, and perfectly egg-shaped. There is not another like it.
You insist the medium robbed you during the séance. But what occurred exactly?
It was a dirty trick. We were sitting here in the dark, chanting and holding hands, as expected. Then something began to appear from the medium, like a cloud or a bubble. The swindler called it ectoplasm.
Ah, yes. Common in the spiritualist trade, and quite the spectacle.
Indeed, perhaps too much. My beloved Emma screamed in horror, and I stood to defend her, attacking that cursed ghost.
How brave.
But my hand hit nothing. The medium jumped away from me, and Emma fainted. I lit the candle, and the diamond was gone.
Stay here, and don't touch anything. I'm going to investigate further.
Don't fret, I'll be keeping a close eye on this thief.
Okay, press Z to highlight interactive areas. We're going to do that right now. See what we can interact with.
Find the stone, Mr. Holmes, and quickly.
The table. Let's take a look at this. So, look closer at things scribbled with the circle. Oval.
The diamond was placed on the table so that all participants could reach it. There are light traces of rouge on the edge of this wine glass. Half a glass of Balblair Scotch and the remains of a Paul Aranaga cigar. What else does a gentleman need? This must be the ectoplasm. Too bad there's not enough for a proper chemical analysis.
Ectoplasm. The ghost was here, Sherry.
Ectoplasm. And we've got the coat here. Let's take a look at this. Okay. Should be able to get to a point where we can click. There we go.
This brooch is old and cheap, but the moth design has its charms.
Okay, new mine palace clue. Oops, that's fine for now. So we've investigated the table. John is there.
Thank you for helping us resolve the situation, sir.
This hefty chair has nearly broken after hitting the wall. Could one man even lift it?
At Cambridge, I was captain of the rugby team. It was no place for weaklings.
Let's talk to him last.
Was this covered on purpose?
Of course. It is very dangerous to leave a mirror exposed during a seance. The spirits may become enraged.
Or someone may notice the trick they should not see. Pale skin, quickened pulse, unsteady breathing. She's barely conscious. The feebleness of women.
Really, Sherry? Poor thing.
What happened here?
I don't know. The ghost. I summoned it as usual, but then it all went wrong. The lady screamed and pointed at Lord Craven. And there was a shadow. Such a mystical force. It terrified the lady. And it must have taken the diamond. Who else could have?
Do you feel the presence of any supernatural entities at the moment?
Are you joking, sir? My nose is broken, this maniac wants to kill me, and you're asking about the spirits?
I suppose this can wait. I will investigate, and the culprit will be identified.
But the stubborn brute Lord Craven blames me right now. As if I could do something like that. Perhaps you can reason with him? Please?
Seems like you're ready to delve into your mind palace, Sherry. I'm sure you'll make some good deductions.
Okay, so we're going to the case book. This is the case at the moment. Ghosts of the Past. Craven's testimony. Seance thievery scene. We've taken a look at everything. Medium's testimony. Right, so let's go to the Mind Palace. This is what we're looking at the moment. So we're trying to connect these different things together. The Lady Craven faced the window and she pointed across the table, so that's probably important. Let's connect this up together. The Courtyard Witness. Lady Craven was pointing at the window. I'm sure she saw someone in the courtyard during the seance. Okay. Does that give us another clue? Yes. Someone in the courtyard. I'm certain that someone was in the courtyard during the seance, a witness or an accomplice. I should check the area and see if there are any traces outside.
It seems there may have been an unexpected visitor outside the window.
Let's go and have a
I hope
look.
it was the ghost of the Raja.
Recently scratched, something stuck. It's a heel.
This looks recent. A shoe with a broken heel will surely leave scratches. All right, John. Do you think a ghost could leave this footprint?
I'm reserving judgment. Use your keen eye to follow the trail.
Angie, it looks like the old man is losing it. His beehives are being ransacked and his bees are going down one by one. I don't think there's much honey left in staying with the swarm, if you catch my drift. Meet me at the docks at noon. We'll do it together. Okay. A honey plotter's note. Now let's see, while John's sitting here, he wouldn't have seen anything. To track someone's movements, first pin the relevant evidence to the screen, then enter concentration mode with Q to reveal the trail. Sherlock will intuit the approximate path, so stay within that search area. See if this man saw anything. French singer.
Is this familiar to you?
That's a question I can answer.
The resident who was in the courtyard saw a maid who was working in the courtyard. He noticed that she left in a hurry after a scream was heard from the seance room. Okay, so someone was here looking through the window. Okay, so they're watching the seance. And she got scared, she ran off, her heel got caught in the cracks. Okay, details. It's not what we want. Okay, so we have pinned that. Okay. So somebody walking this way through the door.
Rows to more. All the maids in the hotel wear this exact shoe. Size 4 with a broken heel.
So, definitely not the ghost of a Raja? Unless... No, what a shame.
Our witness was a nosy maid. Searching the entire hotel could be difficult. Perhaps the other maids can help us find her.
Perhaps. Let's go out and see if anyone saw her.
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
Oh, yes. I can tell you everything, sir.
The staff said that Lucia got a scolding from the chief steward for wearing common shoes at work. She should be cleaning near the pictures upstairs now. Okay. So we're looking for Lucia. Upstairs near the pictures. Okay, I see some pictures around here. There's no maid though, so we'll keep going. Aha. This looks like her.
This painting looks authentic, but it's just a talented imitation. Finally, there you are. One would think a maid would be easy to find in this place.
I'm sorry, sir. Do you need more towels?
No. You are the maid who saw the ghost in the seance room, yes?
How did you know?
Simple. You changed shoes after breaking a heel while fleeing the scene.
I'm sorry, sir, but if I may ask, who are you?
We can scare her by saying we're solving a crime. Or lie to her. I did try this last time, and that does work. I'm going to try a softer approach.
I'm a novelist documenting the supernatural and those who witness it. Now, should you take a starring role in the tale, I will need your name.
Oh my. A book? And you want to include me? I'm Lucia. Lucia Saletta.
Something went wrong during the seance, Lucia, but no one will tell me what happened. You would be a valuable interview if you were there.
I was. And I saw everything with my own eyes.
Describe what happened during the seance.
A lady and two gentlemen were sitting at a table, touching their hands to something. The medium started to whisper and chant, and a ghost appeared.
A ghost? You're confident?
It was unearthly, sir. It grew from the medium's chest. A glowing cloud or a bubble. I pressed closer against the window to see better.
And the lady saw you?
How did you... Yes! She screamed and pointed, so I hurried to escape, and I broke my heel. But I did see the ghost. A sickly, evil thing.
And that's all you can tell me? Did you see any of what happened next?
The medium, Mr. Galici, he was doing something with the ghost. He grabbed at it like he was trying to catch it. And then I ran.
I suppose I should be grateful you endured these horrors for such a long time. All right, I have your account memorized. Good day.
You lied to the poor girl,
okay.
Sherry. What a tease. She'll dream about being a character of that book.
Surely a pleasant dream is better than no dream at all, John.
Oh, let's get back to the crime scene. I always love seeing you explain simple things to simpletons.
Actually, I want to check out the other painting first.
With skills like that, this biblical lady could get a job in Scotland Yard.
Excuse me, Miss Lucia. Alright, so head back to the seance room. See if we can recreate the scene of the crime.
Lady Craven retired to her room to rest. Lord Craven remained here until the staff reported that the medium was locked in his room.
Alright, thank you for the update. With enough clues, Sherlock can use imagination to reconstruct the past, interact with the node to begin, then recreate an accurate version of events. Here, try to place the seance participants in their correct positions. Okay, so we're going to use imagination. Now the lady was opposite the window. Let's see what we have first. No, that's the medium. bringing out the ghost. So we're going to place, Lord Craven there, throwing the chair to the wall over there. And then we should have the lady here looking out the window. Okay, and then over here we have the medium being attacked by Lord Craven. That looks pretty accurate. Let's validate this.
It all began when the lady screamed and pointed at the window. Lord Craven jumped up, ready to face anything, ghost or human. The medium shrank back in dismay. He was not expecting such a reaction and had to quickly hide the ghost. The lady was the only one left touching the diamond, at least until she fainted.
Amazing. It's like you saw it with your own eyes, sir.
Oh, I forgot that you were here. I guess I should discuss all of this with Lady Craven.
The Cravens are upstairs in room 226. It is one of our finest suites.
If the lady was touching a diamond, then she would have felt the ghost take it. What do you think it felt like, Sherry? A jellyfish?
So it looks like the lady grabbed the diamond during the fright, and she fainted, so she's probably still got it. Let's go upstairs. He said they're staying at room 226. 225. 224 must be the other way.
Lady Craven is not who she seems. Remember her behavior in the hall?
Okay, so we need to find out what actions by Lady Craven arouse suspicion in the maids. Lots of guests, discard, was on the lookout, sounds suspicious. Makes her husband drunk, sounds suspicious. Now, it is cannot use a fish knife, not exactly sure why that's suspicious. I overheard two staff members talking about Lady Craven. They gossiped that the woman may not be the wife of Lord Craven. By their observations, she was on the lookout during the evening while trying to get Lord Craven drunk. They also noticed that the lady was unsure how to properly use a fish knife. Okay.
You're here, at last. I didn't do that. I swear, I found her this way.
Well, I did have some questions for her, but it seems I've arrived too late. Now it's a matter for the police.
Mr. Holmes, you said it yourself. They're children. They'll only make things worse. You promised me you would investigate.
Investigate a theft, not a murder. Fear not. I will tell them all I've uncovered.
Please, help me. The police will surely accuse me of Emma's death. You are the only one who can find the truth.
Fine, but only because it's slightly more interesting than the walls of my room. Tell me what happened.
Look, after you left, I waited in the seance room until the servants locked up Mr. Gallici, the medium.
And was your mistress there too?
Oh, so you know? I suppose I shouldn't be surprised. Regardless, the staff took Emma to her room. She was still feeling dizzy.
So you didn't follow her. Interesting. Is Mr. Gallici still being held? And where did the servants secure him?
He's in room 225. But that pigeon-livered man at the reception desk refused to give me the key.
Well, I will have to visit reception myself then. Perhaps he will listen to reason. Where did you go instead?
To the bar. It had been almost an hour.
I see. And how long did you stay?
I partook of a well-earned whiskey or two before retiring upstairs. Ask anyone there.
Now we arrive at the tragedy at hand. So what transpired after your detour to the bar?
I headed up to my room to find Emma on the bed. I didn't pay her much attention at first. I was still preoccupied with that damned medium. But when I realized she was silent, I drew closer and discovered she was dead. What's more, the diamond lay right there beside her.
Oh, well, that is splendid news.
Splendid! The return of the diamond will be cold comfort if I live out my days in a jail cell. You must help me.
Let me see what I can find.
Nearly an hour has passed and you already have yourself a
Well, we have a murder to
Sherlock.
investigate, and
Why
we're
am I
going to
not
do
surprised?
that next time. So quite a few things to look at, I imagine. I also noticed some documents on the table over here as I was coming in, so we'll check that out next time as well. Anyway, hope you're enjoying this playthrough. We'll see you all again soon for more Sherlock Holmes Chapter 1.